Welcome to another episode of This Is Why I Love Northwest Arkansas. Today we're talking about bugs and wildlife. We're getting after it right now. The first thing I want to talk about is bugs and insects and creepy crawly things. So yeah, some of them are cool. Some of them are really beautiful. The cicadas, we have some bugs we have lightning bugs that come out a certain time of year. But some of them are rather bothersome and hateful. Chiggers and ticks are on my least favorite list right there. And then we do have some more venomous spiders, brown recluse and some black widows in this area. Not too many times do we hear of people discovering those or getting bit by those. But the lightning bug, going back to the lightning bugs, it is absolutely fun and beautiful to see a field that is just getting lit up with all at night, and you get to go chase them and grab a few and put them in a jar, and it's really fun. And then like if you're out by the woods near any trees at night, it's just creaking and croaking, and you got some frogs in there, which aren't bugs, I know, but the cicadas and any chirping bugs like that, it's just, you're in the wildlife, you're in the woods. It makes you feel very connected and just at peace, and just sit on your back porch. Sometimes it can get deafening, like you can't have a conversation outside on your back porch if you're that close to the woods. And then of course, as you can hear now, there's just birds everywhere. And there are more birds than I'm not a bird person, I'm not a bird spotter. I don't know what breeds and kinds there are, different species of birds. Got great songbirds, as you can hear. And I love, where I grew up, we didn't have cardinals. So I love seeing cardinals all the time, and blue jays, and just really beautiful ones. And then there's some that have really cool songs that I'm not even going to try to mimic for you right now. But going back to the bugs, so there's solutions for chicks and tiggers. What did you say? Chiggers and ticks. There's solutions for chiggers and ticks that you can just spray some DEET, or you can get some herbal stuff that's not chemicals, and it still works just as well. And you're going to be covered if you're hiking out in the woods. If you're blazing through the trails, you definitely need some. If you're walking through a cut trail already, you may not need some. You just need to check yourself and maybe do a light spray on any exposed skin, but that's pretty much it. And then as far as like wildlife, obviously we just talked about birds. They're prevalent up in Bella Vista. I've never been into a Bella Vista house that didn't have 20 or more bird feeders, because you're just in the trees there, and there's so many options to see and hear birds. And then we have obviously white-tailed deer around here, rabbits, we have hare, and then we've got wild turkey, wild bear. There's even some bobcat and lynx in sporadic areas, and coyotes. We have coyotes more out in the country, out in the prairie areas, but the wildlife is pretty prevalent in this area. And that's one thing, that's why I love Northwest Arkansas, is because it's still wild, it's still adventurous, it's not domesticated, it's not city. And for me, that's really important. And that's one thing I really enjoy, is going out on a hike and possibly seeing something. Putting up a game camera in the woods, and you're gonna find that bears come around and play with your stuff. If you're, set up a deer feeder, they're gonna come bother your stuff, and they're just playful oafs. But there's black bears and little brown bears around here. And if I'm wrong about what breed and species are around here and what correct terminology, then so be it. Correct me, hit me up in the comments, and don't forget to do all the YouTube buttons and smash the like button and comment and subscribe, and all that stuff that you already know how to do. So that's my list for today of why I love Northwest Arkansas.